These 5 stories will have you second guessing everything you thought you knew. Welcome back to Speaking of Miracles, where we discuss the miraculous and the unexplained. I'm Isabella, your host. Let's get into it. In 1990, the remote shores of the Hebrides in Scotland became the site of a really baffling discovery when a really strange gelatinous mass it washed ashore. Now, this mysterious creature, referred to as the Hebrides blob, was not like anything they had ever seen before. So it measured several feet across, and the consistency was like jelly or decayed flesh. But it lacked any identifiable features such as bones, teeth, or a recognizable structure. Marine biologists attempted to determine the origin of this mass, but they weren't really sure what it was because it had no identifiable features. So they just assumed that it was some sort of decomposed whale or another large sea creature. That didn't really hold up because samples taken from the blob did not match any species known. So it has left experts puzzled, and they've done a thorough analysis, and they still do not know the exact nature of the blob to this day. So it sparked a lot of debates about, well, maybe it's some unknown sea creature we've yet to find, or even extraterrestrial origin. So this continues to capture the imagination of those intrigued by the ocean's hidden depths and the mysteries it conceals. Now let's head on over to Overtoun Bridge in Dumbarton, Scotland, where something very interesting is going on. Since the 1950s, an alarming number of dogs have just jumped from the bridge, plummeted 50 feet to the rocks below. And what's even more bizarre is that some of those dogs that survive the fall, they will get back up, climb back up, and do it all over again. This pattern is disturbingly consistent, and most of those incidents occur on very clear days. And there's a large number of Labradors and Collies that seem to be involved in it. Some suggest that the bridge's architect actually is creating an optical illusion. It's making the dogs think that they are jumping on solid ground. Others think that it's this really strong smell of animals beneath the bridge that might be causing the dogs to jump. That doesn't explain why they would jump, and if they survive, get back up and do it all over again. So despite these theories, no conclusive explanation has been found. So it leaves that bridge shrouded in mystery. Leave Scotland and head on over to Pennsylvania, because in March of 2015, 22-month-old Gardell Martin was playing with his siblings near their home in Mifflinburg, Pennsylvania, when he fell into a very fast-moving icy creek. The freezing water carried him over a quarter of a mile downstream before he was found by a neighbor. He had no pulse. Emergency responders arrived quickly, and they began performing CPR, and they transported him to the hospital. For 101 minutes, medical personnel worked tirelessly to revive him, despite the fact that his body temperature dropped to a fatal 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Remarkably, after hours of treatment, his heart actually began beating again. And what's even more astonishing than that, he woke up and he had absolutely no neurological damage, defying all medical expectations. Doctors were left in disbelief, and they really did not know how to explain how such a young child could survive near total hypothermia, prolonged cardiac arrest as well. His case remains one of the most extraordinary and unexplainable medical recovers in recent history. From one mystery survival to another, our next story takes us to the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, which is described as a vast floating island of plastic waste. It covers millions of square miles in the Pacific Ocean. In 2023, there were some marine biologists, and they were out studying the area, and they made an absolutely surprising discovery. Coastal species such as barnacles and crabs were actually thriving on the plastic debris. They typically only survive near the coast, but somehow they're way out here in the middle of the water and they've adapted to life in that open ocean using that garbage as a new habitat. This finding has shocked the scientific community because it challenges their long held assumptions about marine life and ecosystems. The implications are really profound because these coastal species could become invasive. They could disrupt existing oceanic ecosystems, and their presence on the plastic debris complicates efforts to clean up the garbage patch because if they remove the plastic, now they're removing their newly formed habitats. It raises urgent questions about the impact of human waste on marine life and the unintended consequence of pollution. Now, for our last story. Every year in late October, the Mekong River in Thailand becomes the stage for a mysterious natural phenomenon known as the Naga fireballs. These glowing orbs rise from the river's surface and shoot into the sky, and then they vanish into the night. The fireballs are usually reddish and they vary in size, with hundreds to thousands being reported each year. The event has been observed for centuries and it holds a really significant cultural and religious importance in the region. Local folklore attributes the fireballs to the Naga, or dragon, a mythical serpent-like creature believed to inhabit the river. Scientists have attempted to explain the phenomena, with some suggesting, you know what, it may be caused by combustible gases from the riverbed, but that doesn't make sense because you would have to have the right conditions at the right time, all the time required for such a reaction to occur. So there's really no definitive scientific explanation because you just can't replicate that. The Naga fireballs remain a captivating mystery because it blends the lines between natural phenomena and the mystical beliefs of the local people. What do you think? Have you experienced anything creepy or unexplained? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this dive into the mysterious, don't forget to hit that subscribe button because trust me, you don't want to miss out. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the unknown. This is Isabella signing out.